What's up, guys? Today's day 2 of the vlog challenge. I'm going to be talking about nutrition and metabolic typing. So basically, what is metabolic typing, right? It has to do with eating the proper ratio of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates for your genetic lineage. So if you're an Eskimo, right? And someone comes along and tells you that you should eliminate fats and proteins and just eat, carbs only. That's not going to work out very well because in their ancestral lineage, they live in such a snowy, cold, temperate climate that usually all they have available is fat and protein. So their bodies have been organized in such a way that they're more efficiently able to extract energy from a protein and fat-based source. And carbohydrates aren't really available all year long, so the plants can't grow during, the winter when the soil's got the permafrost on it and everything like that. So just keep in mind your metabolic type when looking at all these diets, because basically what metabolic typing is at its core is the only thing that, works for everybody is what works for each individual. So when someone comes up with a new diet or whatever that works for them, they come and say, okay, everybody should do it this way. But that's not, that's not effective, as we've seen. And it's a good idea to take into account your own unique fingerprint, your own, you're as unique on the inside and the structure and arrangement and the sizing and, variance of your internal organs as your fingerprint from one individual to the next. So you want to be careful, get to know yourself, and you'll see a lot more benefits from that. Next thing, we'll just talk about nutrition in terms of eating organic, right? Grass-fed, right? What's the other? Oh, pastured, free-range pastured. All these things are basically, you wouldn't eat, ammonia, and then, or so someone wouldn't eat, say something ate humans, right? And you want the human to be eating the right diet. So in the same way that you're eating these other animals that are raised on these farms, you want them to have eaten their natural diet. If they were out in the wild, what would they be eating? What would they consume? How would they graze? Are they free to roam around, or are they stuck in one little tiny spot in a tiny cage? Do they have the freedom for their muscles to get exercise, and are they getting the proper micronutrients from the soil? There's so much involved in organic, I could go into it for a long time. And there's actually some pretty interesting stuff if you look into it. But in general, you just want to make sure that you're eating materials that have, if you're eating animals, you want to make sure that they got the right nutrients. And then, the plants that they ate and the plants that you eat also need to make sure that they have the right nutrients in them as well. Otherwise, you're just kind of eating sacks of water, and there's not really anything in there to build your body up. So I'd advise you to look a little bit more into the whole organic thing. There's a whole lot more to it, but I want to keep this one short. So now I'm going to go and enjoy this. Pot of organic vegetables that I just made. Take care, guys.